The following message is transmitted at the request by the Milwaukee Police Department. At 8:10 p.m. Central Standard Time, multiple eyewitness reports of an unknown figure had been received. At 8:13 p.m., the police have reported the sightings of the dark, misted human-shaped mass figure roaming around the suburbs of Milwaukee. The figure was initially believed to be a human figure of an entire black matter, with two large white eyes on the head. The misty figure has no legs and was appeared to be floating only several centimeters above the surface. At this time, it is unknown whether if this creature is hostile. Residents in Milwaukee are advised not to interact with the creature and remain in your homes for the rest of tonight. If you see the black misted human-shaped figure, dial 911. Do not interact with the creature, as you may be putting your life in serious danger. The following message is transmitted at the request by the Milwaukee Police Department. At 8:15 p.m., local officials have reported of an unknown elderly man leaving out an unknown corrosive-like substance that has been seen roaming around the suburbs of Milwaukee. It was being described as an elderly humanoid with a general appearance of advanced decomposition, and it was seen leaving out a corrosive-like substance at any physical matter. No further physical description is being given out at this time. It is unknown whether if this creature is hostile. All residents in Milwaukee, if you haven't done so, are advised to return to your homes and avoid any physical contact with the creature. If you see an elderly man matching the police description, dial 911. Do not interact with the creature, as he could be dangerous. Stay tuned to this station and other media outlets for further updates. The following message is transmitted at the request by the Milwaukee Police Department. It is now confirmed by several police sources that the two creatures that have been roaming around the suburbs of Milwaukee since several minutes ago are indeed hostile to all civilians and will attack or kill any civilian they see. At this time, all residents living in the neighborhoods of Wauwatosa and Elm Grove are strongly advised to return to your homes and do not go outside. Lock all doors and windows and move to the basement or the interior room on the lowest floor. Grab an emergency supply of food, water and medical supplies, flashlight with extra batteries, and a battery or hand crank-powered radio. Tune to your local media station outlets for more information and updates on this dangerous situation. The following message is transmitted at the request by the SCP Foundation. The two creatures who are roaming around the Milwaukee suburbs since less than 20 minutes ago are now confirmed to be SCP creatures that escaped the containment site since less than an hour ago. SCPs are anomalous creatures, objects, places, events, or entities that are unexplainable by mainstream science. These creatures are normally dangerous and/or hostile to civilians if they are left uncontained. The SCP organization is a top-secret organization being tasked in protecting the civilian population by their devotion of securing and containing these anomalous creatures. SCP is acronymically known as Secure, Contain, Protect. The following information regarding these two dangerous creatures are as follows. SCP-280 is a Keter-class entity object resembling a black human-shaped mass with two large white eyes on the head and two hands with very long and thin fingers. It has no visible legs, and it floats within several centimeters off the ground. SCP-280 is also known to have an ability to gain or lose its corporeal form. SCP-280 attacks civilians when any human life is within 14 centimeters of the entity, and victims under attack by this creature will die by massive blunt trauma caused when this creature uses its hands to pull and tear at the subject. SCP-106 is an elderly humanoid Keter-class entity with a general rotting appearance, in a form of extensive decomposition. His appearances vary, but the rotting flesh form retained on all of his forms. This creature is exceptionally non-agile, and will remain motionless for hours, or even days at a time, waiting for prey. It then proceeds to attack and incapacitate prey by damaging major organs, muscle groups, or tendons, then pull disabled prey into its pocket dimension. SCP-106 is known to leave autocorrosion substance on any type of solid matter it touches, before it began to rust, rot, and crack, while also creating a black mucus-like effect. Any people touching this creature will cause severe skin corrosion and death within minutes. This corrosion material is detrimental to any living tissues, and any humans who made physical contact to the material will also have the same effect. Both of these creatures are extremely dangerous to humans and should not be approached. Already, at least 8 deaths have been reported and only one person was seriously injured and in critical condition. All residents in Milwaukee, including the Milwaukee metropolitan area, are strongly advised to seek shelter immediately. Lock all doors and windows and hide in a basement or an interior room on the lowest level of your home. Grab an emergency supply of food, water, clothing, medical supplies, flashlight with extra batteries, and a battery or a hand crank-powered radio. If you spot these creatures in your area, dial 911 immediately, or call the SCP Foundation telephone number at 951-572-2602. Do not interact with these creatures or you may face certain death. Stay tuned to this station or other media outlets for further information and updates. The following message is transmitted at the request by the SCP Foundation, in conjunction with the Director of the Mobile Task Forces. At this time, squadron members of the Mobile Task Force are being deployed in the city of Milwaukee to deal with these creatures. All residents in the city of Milwaukee are advised to remain in your home until the creatures can be captured. If you are outdoors at this time, seek shelter in a building where possible. Travel is now being strictly prohibited. No one is allowed on the streets at this time. Do not try and interfere the Mobile Task Force's efforts to capture these SCP creatures. Doing so may put yourself and others at risk, and you will be detained without question or warning. The following actions must be taken to ensure your survival if you encounter any of these creatures. If you spot SCP-280 in your home, use an illuminated light source such as candles, light bulbs, flashlights or strobe lights to shine on the creature. This will cause this creature to fade away, and will be teleported to another location away from where you are. If you spot SCP-106, do not touch the creature. If you see any corrosive material in your area, vacate your premises immediately. Do not fight back against these creatures by yourself, or you will face certain death. Stay tuned to this station for more information and updates and await further instructions. an administrative message, at the request by the SCP Foundation and non-government affiliated authorities. The two creatures that escaped the containment facility since more than 4 hours ago, SCP-106 and SCP-280, have finally been recaptured by the mobile task forces. These creatures are now being taken away to an undisclosed location. Casualties are still remained uncertain at this time. The danger to all civilians is over, and all residents can now leave your shelters. This concludes all operations of the emergency alert system. The SCP Foundation and the Milwaukee Police Department would like to thank all citizens for your cooperation during this event. All normal programming will now resume momentarily.